Hey there, friends. Welcome to episode number 98 of It'll Be Fine. I'm your friend, your pal, Kelly Zemnickis. I'm so glad you are here today. I am rocking my new Club Quarantine D Nice t-shirt. It finally made it across the border. Psyched! And I'm also pretty psyched because today we are making the sweetest of sweet treats, sugar-free fudge. I know what you're thinking. How can that be sweet if there's no sugar? Oh, we are going to do it, friends. We are going to do it along with the fantastic website, Chocolate Covered Katie. That sounds pretty saucy, quite frankly. We are using our good buddy, the banana, to help us do this. It's going to be bananas. It is. I am so glad today to get to bake alongside the very funny and the super fabulous Kirk Broussard. He is zooming in from his home in the great state of Nevada. I'm excited to get to hang out with him, get to know him better. He is a comedian I've gotten to know through doing comedy online. And we're going to do some of the sugar-free fudge because Kurt is sweet enough. Kurt doesn't need any extra sugar. He just needs some more bananas. Right. Anywho, because it is a new month, we are offering love to two new organizations, the second of which is Send Chinatown Love. Send Chinatown Love. I'm so happy to offer them some support today and for the month of January because I'm a big fan of New York City. Big fan. And I cannot wait till I can get back there and get me some good Chinatown eats. And what this group is doing is, of course, with the decrease in foot traffic, the unfortunate increase in anti-Asian sentiment, they are offering support to these amazing restaurants, these wonderful folks who are just looking to provide some good food to everybody in Manhattan. So let's support them so they can get some people fed. We can keep the circle going. Info on Send Chinatown Love is in the show description. So friends, get ready. It's time for some sugar-free fudge, baby. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be bananas.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I've got all the ingredients. This seems fairly simple.
It does.
It tells me to melt this, or make sure the coconut butter is melted. Can I just do that in the microwave?
I would say so. Now you are doing as per Chocolate Covered Katie's recipe, which can I just say to Chocolate Covered Katie, that's a saucy name for a website.
Yeah, definitely.
It kind of
Definitely.
So she's got the coconut butter. I say, yeah, I'm gonna say microwave. I am using what she does not recommend, coconut oil. She says in the site that you can use this. You may not get the same result, which I take on as a challenge. So
I just don't, I just realized that I don't have the recipe because I've been pulling it up from our messaging. So using my phone, I'm not going to be able to read it. So I don't remember the ounces of everything that are needed.
not to worry. So I've got the recipe right here. I will guide you through. To get this started, you need half a cup of coconut butter. Or if you're rebellious like me, you're using coconut oil.
Coconut butter, it's strangely liquidy at the top. I've never.
It's kind of like tahini paste. Have you ever done anything with tahini?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I've worked in restaurants, but never never back of house, always front of house.
Cat. Hey, Cat. Is that your sous chef? Your sous chef?
Apparently. He's my other one sits comfortably on Zoom, and this guy just loves being up here on the counter regardless, so I'm sure he will be wandering around. Your posts on Alex Trebek. And dude, me and my friend Ross in Dallas used to watch Jeopardy like religiously every afternoon because it was on my break between lunch and dinner at the restaurant I worked at. And this is, 20 years ago at this point, but we
Right.
would watch it every day, and we would play a game where, you know how they would, you'll get this because you watch the show, how they'll announce the Final Jeopardy category and then go to commercial, then
Yeah.
come back with the question. We would always try and guess the answer based on the category. And
Yeah.
I got it once.
Amazing. I love
I
how
said Rosemary Clooney because the category was celebrity relatives. And totally randomly it pulled up something referencing like ER and George this ER star, and I was like, oh my God, I nailed it. Like, it was so amazing. I'll never forget it. Yeah.
It's such a powerful feeling when you answer a Jeopardy category question correctly. You just feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
you're on fire. I do not know how many bars of fudge this will yield. It does not say in the recipe what size pan to use.
Yeah, I just got this little thing today because I don't ever cook. So this is just like super fun for me.
I'm thinking, call me crazy. You can do this, or we can grab an ice cube tray and make little fudge things.
I thought about the ice cube trays too, because I do have some of those.
I think I'm gonna go with my pan though. I think I'm gonna do that. Okay. So we need 1 cup, or sorry, half a cup of that. Get this in here. And I do not know what is gonna happen to mine because I'm doing coconut oil. I am just doing this because I am cheap.
I've got this, I just bought this coconut butter today, and yeah, it's pretty freaking expensive. I never buy anything like that. I mean,
Yeah.
I cooked at one point when I was living with somebody, but it's just cooking for one. It's like, it's just very, I'm not a fan. I always have leftovers that way that I don't use anything else with. So I don't know. I haven't been cooking lately.
Take that coconut butter and then put it in a bowl because we're going to mix everything together. So. You want to have ready is your friend, the overripe banana.
God, I don't know if it's necessarily overripe, but it's ripe enough.
Mine is also ripe enough because, as I like to say, the alternative name for this show is fuck it. So if you're watching this at home, you don't have a banana handy, just use about 2/3 of a cup more coconut butter. You can actually do this without the banana, if you so choose. Now, we've done fudge on the show before with the fellow Toronto comic, the fabulous Amethyst Baron. And we used avocado to make our fudge, which was pretty killer. So I'm excited to see what banana does. So good. For the cocoa powder, that will be next. Let's see. We need a quarter cup of cocoa powder.
All right.
Just one banana. So we've got the coconut butter in the bowl. We're going to add our banana and a quarter cup of cocoa powder. Grab this. If you ever see a recipe that says unsweetened cocoa powder, all cocoa powder is unsweetened. I don't know why some recipes add that word, but it's dumb. So what kind of restaurants were you working in back in the day?
I mean, really all levels, like I started waiting tables in like, what was it, like 99 in Austin when I was going to school in Austin at UT. And I mean, all levels of stuff. The first place I worked was very like, I don't know, just like, what was it even called? God, so blanking. Yeah, but I mean, everything from fine dining to Chili's. I mean, most recently I moved from Dallas to Las Vegas, transferred from the Palm, which is East Coast based steak and lobster place that's a great company to work for.
Nice.
And the one in Dallas that had been there for 30 something years closed, and they offered us transfers. So I took them up on it and moved to Vegas, and then worked here for 3 years until the everything shut down, or 2 years.
I went to Vegas for the first time 2 years ago. I cannot wait to go back. I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it. Such a kick-ass food scene in Vegas. Oh,
Yeah, there's a lot of it, obviously on the strip, but there's some locally run places that are off the strip and slightly off the strip that are like really good to hit up too.
yeah. Oh, I such good food there. I really, really, really enjoyed it. All right, we need 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt for this. She just says salt. I'm using kosher, because that's all I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used a little sea salt that I have.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. Yeah.
What about that? It gave me the option of maple syrup.
Correct. So for this, you can use stevia, maple syrup, or honey. So if you're going with maple syrup or honey, you want 2 tablespoons.
Right.
If you are doing what I am doing and using stevia, you need 1/8 of a teaspoon. Yeah, I'm new to using stevia, but some of the recipes that I've done that are sugar-free, I've been using this a bit. Coconut sugar too, I've used.
Yeah, I was kind of at the store looking for things because obviously, like I said, I don't ever really looking for things that I don't ever buy or have. So I was trying to limit my quantity and cost level on some of these ingredients, like
Absolutely.
getting whatever seemed very close to what it called for, but was the store brand equivalent and whatever.
I'm down for that. I am down for that. These next two ingredients are optional, but I am going to use them. 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon and 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract.
Yeah, I've got both of those. So those are both 1/2 teaspoon?
Correct.
All right, cool.
So this episode is going to air on Tuesday, January 12th, which for me is a very big day because it is my 5-year stand-up anniversary.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. I've been doing it like a year, and what month is it now? It's January. Year and 3 months. I started middle of October 2019.
Do you remember your first set?
Yeah, absolutely. I've got it recorded actually. It's and I never really do the bit that I did. It's just why I talk about how I got like attacked and died and was in the ambulance and my heart stopped for 45 seconds or something, and I was in a 9-day coma. And I mean, I got some good laughs that first set. It's not I don't know. I didn't really start doing it with any. It was just kind of a friend of mine just encouraged me last minute to sign up for the open mic, and I did it. And it was it went well, and it's been fun.
Awesome. I do have a very important question though. What on earth happened to you that you ended up in a coma?
Well, I went to a local like off the strip casino, and I mean literally the last thing I remember was cashing out. I had won in video poker. I remember cashing out, and then according to the cameras, I went into the bathroom, and according to the doctor, I got hit behind the ear by somebody probably who came up behind me at the urinal, hit me behind the ear, and it didn't knock me out completely like they had intended. So I turned around because then I had a punch to my head, which the doctor thinks pushed me back into the wall, where I hit my head and it knocks me out on the floor or on the back of the urinal there. So then I was, they obviously, ultimately the ambulance came. And while I was in the ambulance, my heart stopped and they had to shock me back into a 9-day coma. So I really don't remember any of this that I'm kind of describing. It's just what's been told to me by the doctors, and they kind of told me what happened. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. It affects like my memory kind of strangely, and still, and just like I don't know. My personality is kind of changed, but I don't know. I started comedy after it, so maybe it inspired me to do that. So that's it kind of feels right doing stand up. So I enjoy that on that level.
That is so fucking insane. Well, first off, I am mighty grateful that you are still kicking. That's Jesus. It's so weird. Like my push into doing stand up was losing someone to cancer.
Oh wow.
And that just pushed me to go try things that I had the ability to go try.
Yeah.
Wow, we have some interesting pushes into the stage.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, it's part of the bit when I go into the whole me dying thing, but is that there's like no, let me make sure my cat's beehole is not prominently on camera here. The whole like dying thing, I go into a point where there's literally no memory during that point. Like I don't have any like white lights that you're walking to or anything. Right. So it's like, since coming back from that, I really just look at it like another opportunity to just kind of value your time while you're here, because that's really all it is. And you just don't know when your time's going to be up. I mean, that's sounds cliche, but I mean, it's very legitimate from someone who doesn't remember 9 days that I was still laying in a bed in the hospital. So it's just strange. Yeah.
We're going to celebrate life with some sugar-free fudge. That's
that's everything, I think.
That is everything. So all we need to do, friends, is put this either with some elbow grease. You can do a spoon. You can use a food processor, a KitchenAid mixer, whatever you've got. Just whip this up until it is silky smooth. That's it. How did I get there? Well, that was easy.
I just bought this blender the other day, so I don't know if it's worked okay. I've tried making a couple of like smoothies and things, but
oh sweet. Yeah, that text message you sent me of like, I bought a food processor. It's like, yay.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing.
You know what? Go ahead with the wacky ice cube tray thing. I'm gonna just this up. Yeah, it's this wonderful, beautiful chocolatey mix. I'm very excited to try this. I always am. All right, I'm gonna lick my fingers. Oh damn, that tastes good. Did you lick your fingers?
No, I did not. Not yet.
It has no sugar in it, so it's healthy. Okay. All right.
Well, I mean, as a diabetic, I was reading that the recipe, and like there's definitely sugar in it, like in the maple syrup, and ultimately even the banana like has some natural sugar in it, so you can't really say it's necessarily sugar free. That would be my other question for this Katie person.
Yeah, if Katie watches this episode, please message me. We have questions. We have some questions, Katie. That's what my tray's looking like. But it's delicious. Oh yeah. All right. Beautiful. This mix does taste good. I know she doesn't recommend the coconut oil, but look, that's yummy. All right.
This is almost too easy.
I'm not going to disagree with you. This is bananas and how simple it is. I don't know why there is this direction of put it in your fridge for an hour or freeze it. Who's going to pick the fridge?
I know.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, it does qualify it a little bit later, right? With like you have to be sure you thaw it, and it's like, yeah. Also, that's very obvious. Like, if you leave it in there for 2 weeks, yeah, you probably don't want to just immediately bite into it.
But even with the thawing and the freezing, it's less time than the fridge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah, anyway. Just very strange. But all right, I'm gonna stick this puppy into my freezer.
Nothing in my fridge.
My favorite fridge game on this show is what is the strangest thing in your fridge?
Strangest thing.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Let's see.
What would someone be surprised is in your fridge, Kurt?
Man, some surprise. God damn. I mean, for some reason, there's still a cheesecake that my neighbors made and gave to me on Christmas that I took like one slice out of immediately after they gave me it to me, and I just left it sitting there on the top shelf. That's it. I mean, it's a lot of condiments and just like,
Yeah.
salad dressings and like salads. Like the best thing that I've done as far as eating is I only use the amount of dressing that is in the package with the salad. I don't add extra. That's like a hard the hard line I draw in 2021.
I do like the fact that you have a fully wrapped cheesecake in your fridge. That's pretty awesome.
My neighbors are cool. They do that every year. I just I don't know. I wish I could celebrate the holidays more. I like to give gifts, but then it's like if I just can't afford to do too much.
Well, your cheesecake, if we could be in the same room together, would go well with my bottle of champagne.
Absolutely.
I like doing these little trivia questions because these were geared for when people did wild things like have dinner parties. Strange stuff. Alrighty. Oh, this is an interesting one. What is the most memorable menu item you have ever seen?
Well, I said I worked at the Palm, and we would do lobsters specifically, fresh lobsters flown in every day. And what was the weight of this one that we had in Dallas at one point? I want to say it was like 18 pounds. And I mean, literally one of the crusher claw, the large claw on any lobster, it's always the bigger one. And on a male, it's usually the largest claw.
Yeah.
And it was, bigger than my head, the claw on this 18-pound lobster. I have a picture somewhere online of me holding it. And I'm 6'4" almost. And it's from my waist to right here where I'm holding the claws. Like it's giant. So yeah, that's just bringing one of those freshly prepared out to a table is always impressive. And also they want to see it while it's still alive. So you bring it out first. So yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a good, interesting menu item.
That is a good one for sure. What is one item of technology you would love to have? I would love to have a drone.
Drone would be fun, but I don't know if I'd be willing to devote the time to really fly one successfully. Like I would definitely crash that. And if it was not presented to me free as a gift, I would have wasted whatever amount of money that I feel like I would just very easily destroy one of those. Some sort of technology. I don't know. I would like an implant in my brain that would just tune out everything going on around me and just play it like a Spotify direct connect in my head where I don't have to listen to things going around me unless it's absolutely necessary. I don't know.
I feel like that's coming one day. I feel like that's coming down the pipeline.
Definitely.
How's it taste, bud? Here for mine.
It's good. It is good.
It's almost like mousse.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely more I mean, mine isn't completely like the almost thicker fudge that I would be used to, but I think if I'd give it another 20 minutes in the freezer, it would get to that. But right now, it's almost a moussey consistency. Yeah.
This is delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
That's good.
Oh, this is good. Mm. I like this a lot. It is so rich and velvety. And like, I find fudge, like regular fudge, really hard to eat. It's just so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
But this I would enjoy and not, just have a little bite of. This is good.
Yeah, that's really good.
This was a winner. I high five chocolate covered Katie, even though I have questions about the website's recipe. But this was good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Damn. I like the little cat ears just in the bottom of the frame. It's really awesome.
It'll be fine.